Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving into two incredibly useful React hooks, useMemo and useCallback. These hooks are all about optimizing performance by avoiding unnecessary calculations and renders. We'll not only discuss how they work, but also demonstrate them step by step in the browser with practical examples. So let's get started. Setting up the React app 1. First, let's set up our React app. I'm using Create React App, but you can use your preferred setup. To create the app, run this command: bash npx create react app hooks optimization demo cd hooks optimization demo npm start. This will launch a basic React app in the browser. Next, we'll clean up the boilerplate code, remove everything inside the app.js file, and start with a basic structure. JSX function app, return div hello React div. Export default app. Save the file, and you should see hello React in the browser. And understanding the problem. Expensive calculations. 1. Introduction to the problem. Now imagine a scenario where you need to calculate something expensive, like the factorial of a number. Every time the component re-renders, the calculation is performed again, even if the input hasn't changed. Let's see this in action. 2. Code example. Here's the code to calculate the factorial. JSX const factorial equals n equals console.log calculating factorial. If n equals 1, return n to factorial n-1. Function app. Const number set number equals useState5. Const other state equals useStateFalse. Const result equals factorial number. Return div h1 factorial of number is result button on click equals set number numbers 1. Increase number button on click. Set other state. Toggle other state button. Export default app. In the browser, you'll notice that when you click Toggle Other State, the factorial is recalculated unnecessarily. This happens because the entire component re-renders. Solution with useMemo 1. Introducing useMemo. To solve this, we can use useMemo. This hook memoizes the result of the factorial calculation and only recalculates it when the input changes. Let's modify our code. Here's the full updated code. JSX function app, const number set number equals useState5, const other state set other state equals useStateFalse, const result equals useMemo factorial number. Return div h1 factorial of number is result button on click, set number plus 1, increase number button, set other state, toggle other state. Export default app. Now in the browser, click toggle other state. Notice that the console doesn't show calculating factorial because it's memoized. Understanding the problem, unnecessary child component re-renders. Let's look at another scenario where a parent component causes unnecessary re-renders of a child component. For example, JSX function parent, const count set count equals useState0, const increment equals console.log, increment called, set count plus 1, return div h1 count button on click increment, increase count button, child component on click increment. Function child component on click, console.log child rendered, return button on click child button. Here, every time the parent re-renders, the increment function is recreated, causing the child to re-render unnecessarily. Solution with useCallback. 1. Introducing useCallback. We can solve this with useCallback, which memoizes the increment function. Let's update the code. JSX const increment useCallback equals set count plus 1, count. This ensures the increment function is stable and doesn't cause the child to re-render unnecessarily. 2. Updated code. Here's the full updated code. JSX function parent, const count set count equals useState0, const increment equals useCallback equals set count counts 1, count. Return div h1 count button on click increment, increase count button. Child component on click equals increment div. Function child component on click, console.log child rendered, return button on click child button. Now in the browser, click the parent button and notice that the child doesn't re-render unnecessarily. Debugging tips. 1. React DevTools. To debug and confirm these optimizations, use React DevTools. Enable highlight updates to visually see which components are re-rendering. 2. Console logs. Always use logs in lifecycle methods or hooks to track what's being re-rendered or recalculated. 3. Dependency arrays. Be cautious with dependency arrays in useMemo and useCallback. Incorrect dependencies can lead to stale values or unexpected bugs. That's all for today. We've covered how to optimize React applications using useMemo and useCallback, demonstrated real-world scenarios, and debugged unnecessary re-renders. If you found this video helpful, please like, share, and subscribe to the channel for more React tutorials. Thank you for watching.